people would ask me, Pauline, why are you so confident? Right? Then I will always tell them, I think I'm just being simple. Okay. It's not just like I'm being confident, it's just because I'm okay to make mistakes.
BlackPink. What is a high income skill can you learn from the leadership journey?
Oh, actually, there's a lot when it comes to the high income skills. And okay, first of all, why do we have to state a skill being a high income or a low income? Right.
That's a good
Something
definition.
I
Let's
ask
go with that first.
Is that
What
high
I
income?
understand, right? For what I understand is why when you go to the restaurant and the waitress earn the same amount for 1 hour, different income with a doctor who sit with a patient for 1 hour. I think
Ah,
that's the difference. Like the income you come
exactly.
from the
Mm,
high skill, like high income, come from the high skill that you have. Doesn't mean which one is better, right?
yeah,
Both. I for me, it's like the
yeah, yeah.
waitress, even the person cleaning the road, or even the chef
Mm,
in the restaurant. Everybody equally important in this world.
yes,
We're just
yeah,
born to fulfill different tasks in the world, but I doesn't compare based on salary. But I think
yeah.
that's where this definition come from. When as long
Mm,
we still live in the society right now that they use income at the the ranking.
yes, yeah. So this is where we talk about high income skills, and there is also a difference between skills and probably there's this thing called the attitude, right? So
Mm,
let me just touch on this thing called skill set first, all right? Now, when it comes to leadership, to me, in order to be able to lead, there is this thing in a skill set, probably in a very old fashioned way, what we term as the command and control,
mm,
right? What do we mean by command and control? The olden state, what we term as leadership, is always more of a command and control. And that's
yeah,
really a very high income skills. Anyone who can command, all right, would be able to have a very valuable skills and demand a high income. That's why you can see, I'm not sure whether you have watched movies before. So we
yeah,
learn from the olden days, all the high ranking officers, all the generals, they are supposedly having high income skills. So what skills do they have? Strategic thinking skills, right? So this is the key thing: strategic thinking, allowing them to have the command, all right? So they are able to think strategically. Now, when we talk about strategically, you might thought, what is the difference? What do you mean? Think means think. No. There are people who can only think operationally. So that's the
yeah,
difference when you talk about just now, Neil was actually saying, the waitress, the servers that's in the restaurants. How do they think? They probably would think what we term as the operational work, right?
mm,
Then you have the next level, the tactical thinking, right? The tactical thinking is when they implement the strategies. That's another level. Then, of
yeah,
course, you have the strategic thinkers. This is where the leaders would come, and that's the highest paying job. So you might think that the leaders, they don't do anything. No, this is the part when they have their vision, all right? They know how to lead the team. They know how to articulate their vision into something that is tactical that people can actually implement, such that the operational staff all can execute and meet up to their strategic level. This is where what we term as the high income skills. So this is one
yeah,
of the skills that I would say in order to have that command and control. Of course, from the olden days of the army officer to now, we term as a leader in the tech world, in the new economy, in the AI world, whichever we call it. Okay. Now, in this era, we still need these skills called the strategic thinking skills. Yeah.
yeah. So I have a same feedback like Pauline just shared about people say like, oh, you do nothing. Like the higher you sit, people would think you sit down and do nothing. But actually, you use your brain almost 24/7, right? Like even in my sleep, I still thinking of work. I know it's not healthy, and please don't do like me. I'm not recommending. I'm still try to practice stuff to help me to stop my thinking. But it's very tough, especially when the plan have to keep changing based on situation, and then you have a goal that you have to achieve, and you want to move the whole team to the same goal.
Mm.
But somehow the plan someday, like sometimes you have to change the plan, right? I would never want to change plan, but it's too bad. Economy issue, the business issue, the customer issue, even the manpower issue. And I think
Yes.
leadership is I always call that as the art for me, because the art
Mm.
of place people in the right place.
Yes.
First, they have to be happy with what they're doing. At the same
Mm.
time, they do their best at the position that
Yes.
you guide them or you groom them,
Correct.
or even they don't even know they're good at something, and you make them to realize, oh my god, I'm so good at this, right? It's really a lot of understanding about human behave. At the
Mm.
same time, see what talent inside people,
Yeah.
and then how to make them collaboration and work well together.
Yeah. This is something that probably a lot of people they know that as a leader we need this skill to be able to identify hidden potential.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is something that how come you are able to see in this person? I'm like, I don't
Yes.
know.
Yeah.
But I know that this person can do certain things that he himself don't even believe in.
Yes.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I am able to show him or her that, you know what, you can actually do it. So that
Yeah.
is power of it. Yeah. Yes.
It's I have that option. I have that problem often also. I don't know how about you, Pauline, but you know when you see in the organization that, oh my god, this person will do this so good, and when you groom them, you guide them, they don't believe in themselves.
Mm.
Or should I say, maybe they doubt on what I sharing about. You have this, you should embrace this. And people very hard to take positive feedback. I think that's what something to do with our Asian culture, right? Like
Yeah.
we hear good thing about somebody tell us that you do a good thing and you do the right thing, you should embrace that, and people straight away feel doubt about themselves, or they like, are you sure, or you just want to sugarcoat me. So another thing about leadership as well that I learned over the year is
Mm.
the sense of empathy to other, and
Mm.
accepted that even you see something another cannot see, you cannot frustrate it with them, and you have
Yeah.
to let them learn on their own way. And sometimes
Yes.
it's a painful way, but everybody have their own journey. And I
Yeah.
think that's the most failure for my life as a leader. I call it a failure, like not like I make a wrong mistake, but it's more like I cannot save everybody. Does that make
Yes.
sense for you? Like if
Yeah,
you
yeah,
see a
definitely.
talent, you see talent in
Yeah.
10%, but maybe one person really
Yeah.
take your advice seriously and really change their life extremely different.
Correct.
But
Yeah.
the other nine may like, let me think about it, or other reason.
Because it's probably got to do with a lot of self-esteem. It is really I'm not I don't have this in me. Okay, so I was always very surprised when there are people who can't believe in themselves and have no confidence in themselves. Yeah,
Yeah.
probably. I think one of the key attributes that I have that I think I'm really lucky is I'm always people would ask me, Pauline, why are you so confident? Right? Then I will always tell them, I think I'm just being simple. Okay. It's not just like I'm being confident, it's just because I'm okay to make mistakes.
Mm,
Know? I don't mind making mistakes.
yeah.
And if I were to make mistakes, okay, I mean, of course, I will do my best, right?
Yes.
Everything that I do, I'll do my homework, I'll study, I'll do my checks, I'll do my best in making sure that, like, I don't make those mistakes. But if I do, okay, well, I made it, I learned from it. I won't really penalize myself for it, or I won't be so ashamed that I made mistakes, or I will not say I don't take on certain jobs, certain opportunity just because I'm afraid of making mistakes.
Yeah.
And I do not have this thing called the fear of judgment. I realize
Mm,
a lot of people has got this fear, which is the fear of judgment from other people. So this is, I think, one of the skill set that I'm not sure whether this is a skill set or not. All right, to have that confidence to really be confident in ourselves in the event that really there are people, like for example when we do this YouTube, probably there are comments below
yes.
people talking about us. I do have YouTube that people talking about why you say this, you're not qualified and things like this. They can have judgment of me, but I'm not afraid of that because I speak from my heart and I'm willing to learn. If you can point out my mistakes, then I say, wow, I didn't know about that. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Why not? Right? So that's actually a very high, to me, a high income skill set to be able to have this consciousness to know that it's okay for me to really make the mistakes, all right, learn from it and don't make it a second time. So need
Yes.
not be fear that people are judging us. So when we take this out and remove it, we have the confidence, we have the self-esteem, we can move on, and that's a really very high level skill in order
Yeah.
to do the job that you want to do. Yeah.
Yes, I would you. I thought only me, but Pauline and me look like we have a lot of similar traits. So
Yeah.
I have the way of me. I don't call myself in young that I call that confident, but I think more like a thick skin.
This kid.
Like if people tell me something, I will try it. I will do it because when you don't have school education, you just try everything.
Mm.
And the faster you try something new and the faster you fail is the faster
Yes.
you get back up and do it again. And I think if now you ask me the most high income skill that I have as a leader, I think would be thick skin, and I'm not scared of
Making
try
mistakes.
this. This is work right now. I say okay, I will try on myself first, by the
Yeah.
way. I will never take any new idea and new advice, and I straight away come down to my team and say, hey, let's try this because my friends say this. I say no, let
Yeah.
me
Yeah.
try this for myself, and if it work, then I will teach the team. If it not work, it mean it's not work. It mean I feel alone and only myself, right? And after go through all this, you just realize a lot of formula or a lot of principle in
Mm.
life, even a lot
Mm.
of secret or people share with you. It's not that simple to do.
Mm.
Just doing and correction and make it become your own is also take time. And and I have this comparison of awareness that when you go back to meet your old friend or people who are for so long and then disappear for 3 years, for example, I realized that I've been grown so far
Mm.
that they are like the benchmark for me to compare. Oh, so because I just willing to fail more, right? Or I have a friend who been talking about investing something for 6 years, and I meet him again and he say the same story, and I was like, so when you going to do it?
Haven't started?
Yes, and he like, oh, I need to learn more. I say, you haven't done learning from before COVID to COVID to after COVID. He say, yeah, but market is bad now. I say, the market is bad before COVID. Yeah, and then COVID is worse, and after COVID is bad, and now is still bad. So I don't know when is the right time for you to start. I just give that example to share to people that a lot of people don't. They more scared of make mistake than they
Yeah.
scared of correction and do it again.
Mm.
But by watching all the people around and live with their fear, make me
Mm.
realize that the skill of you pick yourself up again and do it better
Mm.
next time is actually very valuable.
Yes.
Not many people can do it. Not many people can do it.
Yes. That's why. So that's the another skill set that I will just share before we get some people to ask questions is
Yes.
networking skills. Yeah.
Mm,
You need to know people. As in like as a leader, what you can learn, a lot of people like to say that, oh, I'm not good with people are complicated. Frankly speaking, I want to say I differ from the viewpoint. I would say actually human beings are easy to understand.
mm,
Yeah. Then people were like, what? It's a case of course, we are not talking about relationship like boy girl relationship. That one is a separate issue, maybe altogether. But what I'm talking about is a business relationship. It's a customer supplier relationship.
yeah.
So to me, this type of relationship actually is not that difficult. Okay, what I mean by not that difficult is human beings, frankly speaking, probably I'm in this environment that's in Singapore. Generally, it's quite predictable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up in a place that is highly secure, safe, and generally I mix more maybe with Singaporeans. I would say people are highly predictable in the sense that as long as we are truthful to people, I believe, okay, human beings in general, are nice people, and are there to really, they will appreciate it when we start to add value to them. Now, when I talk about networking, I am not talking about those networkers, like, for example, social butterflies. To
Yeah.
me, networking is about making friends and adding value to the network. That's my way of networking. Like, for example, me and me,
Yeah.
right? We have a very good working relationship,
Yep.
okay? And we provide each other the network.
Yeah.
Yes. So this is where we do a form of a networking. It's not just a hi, bye, hi, you are so and so, collect name cards, and after that, bye bye.
Yeah.
To me, that kind of networking, I'm sorry, it doesn't really work.
It's
But
like you try to collect more people that you can remember name, and after you go home and it go down with the food you eat. I'm sorry, I'm being serious. It's a fact, right? It's
yes,
not many people really go out, and after they left the event, I don't know how many people they really remember the face.
yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
I
like
will
I
admit,
didn't even talk about the name, right? Like because you need to recognize the face before you remember the name, and to be honest, you can't.
yeah. So normally when I go to some such networking events, sometimes I do go. I will just get to know like three people. Normally, I'll just say three people. They will just say, get to know as many people as possible. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. I just get to know like three people. Okay,
Yes.
I'll just say, hi, hi. Oh, okay, sorry. This person, maybe the vibe is not very right. I don't need to get to know the person. I'll jump. So, but if I were to get to know that one or two person whom I think this person is interesting, I want to get to know him or her more. That's where I'll start to talk to the person more, get the numbers, okay, and I will follow up. And I
Yeah.
just need to follow up on that three-person. Now imagine if you go to a networking, you have that three. Out of the three, you really can network and build a relationship with one. That's priceless. Really.
Yeah.
That's priceless. That's good enough. To me, that's the form of networking that I like to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, if you guys ask about how many high income skill we can learn from leadership, I would say it's a lot.
Yes,
But I don't think
definitely.
even one video we can bring it all, because even like public speaking skill like Pauline, or even
Mhm.
like accountant skill, you sit with the accountant long enough,
Oh
you
yeah.
understand a lot of things, and then sit with
Yes.
lawyer long enough, you also know about the law, how to
Yeah.
run business, follow by the law, and then you
Yes.
sit with your team long enough, you know how to connect between the boring team like human resources team to the
Yeah.
sales team or marketing department. All this is valuable skill because
Precisely. I
yes,
would say really numbers. All everybody need to know about numbers. We can't say that, oh, I'm bad at numbers and I don't want to know numbers now.
yeah,
If you want to be a leader, you must know the numbers well.
yeah,
Okay, if you do not know the numbers, I'm sorry, then how are you going to know whether your company is making revenue, profits? How do you grow the business? And what kind of money do you need? What kind of cash flow is your business coming in so that you can grow the business? Okay, so these are numbers that you need to know at
yeah,
your fingertips. Really,
yeah.
that's what we do. Yeah, in my organization in the past. Yeah.
If you love what you've been watching, if you love all the content that we share with you guys, and if you love whatever video and topic that we share with you guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and we are all in the YouTube socials like Insta, FB, TikTok, and remember to watch out for our next video. Bye.